Hello everyone, welcome to Job Skills Share, the platform where we learn, teach and share job skills. Today we are going to be starting our server administrator course. So when you log in and then scroll down, click on the server administrator course, go to the course and just notice that it's still under development. So we are going to be building this course till we finish it. When you scroll down, you're going to click on learning path, and this video will go under. So when you click on learning path, you will come to this page, and this video will basically go under right here, installing after the server core. I mean, we are going to be installing our videos now. Remember, we said that this is going to be with the IT free training and job skills share together, so then you guys have a very nice professional videos out there, and then also a very real world raw type videos that how things happen in real world from us. So what we're doing right now, this video that I'm making right now is going to go under this installing server core 2012 R2. So what are we going to cover in this core? In this video, we are basically starting with a scenario over here, okay? And I'm going to open this. So then you guys have a little bit better idea, because remember, we don't want to confuse people when we do things. So I'm going to just make it a little smaller. So here's the idea here. We have a small business and we got the internet connection from AT&T or Comcast, whatever. We just got that. We got the small router. We're not doing routers or switching right now or anything like that. And we got the switch. So we got our connection, okay? Most of the time this is going to be like this, and you're the server guy, you're configuring servers only then, okay? So we got our switch right here. This is right here. We're not doing anything router because I already have the router configured, but at this point we have a switch and connection. So the connection is basically this connection right here with one IP address. So let's say, for example, this is my one connection that I got, a static connection. So we're gonna name it, or name IP address, whatever we want. We're just gonna do that on this one right here. So what we need to do here, we need to plug this into the server. You have two Ethernet, so one is internal and one is external. So this will go into external, so then we will make our internal network. So basically we will create our domain controller, which is this server right here, and that server on the picture is this one right here. This is a 64-bit server and it has 4 gig RAM. We're not doing into going details, RAIDs or anything like that. Right now we are just doing basic stuff, so make our domain controller for the first time, and then we can start working on DNS, DHCP and all those features and roles, so we can understand servers first. And then we are going to go into details, scenarios, labs to create some advanced stuff. But at this point we're just creating our first server 2012 R2. We're going to install that, and then we're going to configure it so then printers can be managed, computers can be managed, and remote access laptops, anyone trying to remote into this server, we can all manage it from this single server. That's basically the idea of a small business. I mean, most of the small businesses are like that. They have very few resources, so they have one server or two servers. They're doing every single thing, and only 10 people are trying to access that, but one person is managing it from everywhere. But when your business grow, mid-sized businesses, 300 computers, then the servers also grow, and then your resources are going to become a little bit more than just having one or two servers. Then you're going to put your hands on. But we're not going to confuse you right now. We just have an internet connection. We have everything ready from our Cisco side, meaning Cisco or any other side. We have everything ready. We got the connection coming to the server. All you do as a server administrator, you need to configure this domain controller for the first time. So after this video, what you're going to do is I am going to put another video, and that's going to be here, preparation for the server through USB. So basically, let me show you guys the USB that I created. This right here, this USB, I have created it. So what you're going to do, there's going to be another video right here, preparation for the server through USB. So you're going to see something like that after, I mean, you're watching this video right now, but you have to watch that video to see how I created my first USB so I can install it on this server, and then from there on we will create our first domain controller. Okay, so right now I'm going to configure this guy right here. I already got it in a real world. Remember, this is everything real, so we have to show everything real. So I got my USB and I am going to plug it into this server. So I plugged in this into the back of the server. It's plugged in, and I'm going to start my server right now. And this server is connected right here, so I can see everything and configure everything from scratch. So we are going to boot our USB. So you need to find your boot. Mine's F11 boot menu. And basically what's going to happen, the server will say that, do you want to boot this from a CD, USB? So we'll pick USB over here, okay? Now again, remember guys, we're doing this just for basic stuff. We're not going to advanced RAID or anything like that. That's going to confuse you at this point. So let's get to the basic only. So here we need to decide now to start the server from a USB, which is in the back right here. I go ahead and just do that. As you can see, the files are loading right now from the USB. So at this point we have a bootable USB almost working. We'll find out when we go to the real installation part. Make sure that things are not corrupted and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost done. And don't worry about my screen right here. Like I said, I love this monitor and I want to give it up. While this is happening right now, just want to give you guys a reminder again that where we are, we're basically here, we're building our first domain controller. So we're just installing the whole server on the hardware right there. So we're basically installing this guy right here, okay? And then we're gonna do everything over here. We make a domain controller, and then we will be able to manage all these computers, printers, remote desktops, every single thing from this guy right here. Okay, everything is done. Alright, so this is the first screen. Then you need to just pick your language, time. I am from United States, so I'm going to pick United States and US, and I'll click on install now. But here's another part, that if you ever wanted to repair your server, you can go to this option and use that. We will do this after, when we install things and we get a little bit, you know, familiar with the roles and everything. So we can't do this yet because we don't even have a server. So first thing, we need to install it now. Whoops, dropped my keyboard. That was disaster number one. Physically breaking things. Okay. Alright, so we got a few options here, and now since we're doing just for our own lab, just to kind of put our hands on the server and kind of learn server, so we are not too worried about what we are picking. But the one that you will pick, because you have 180 days, I'll pick the one that has everything, and that's going to be your data center, which is basically, it has every single feature in it, and it's probably used in more of like an enterprise, more of a medium, more than medium-sized businesses that will use this part. If you were just using a server, you would go for like standard options. It has little limitations there. There's one core installation and one with basically GUI, or you can call it GUI, whatever. I mean, it's like more of physically you can see things and work on things. But some of the administrators, if let's say this was a critical server and you were very worried about resources, like, you know, memory and stuff like that, if this was a main application for your business, you make money out of this application, then your server administrator will not like the GUI or GUI option, okay? So basically, core is more like you need to be more experienced with servers, because then you need to use command, PowerShell, all that kind of stuff So you need to be an expert in this stuff. So we are not going to go through that because we are not experts. We want to learn like servers for the first time. So we will pick the fourth option, which is Windows Server 2012 R2 data center server with GUI or GUI, whatever you want to call it. So click next. And then you will accept the license terms. Click next. Here we will basically pick custom install, okay? Custom, and then you get partitions and everything. Now if you were to do this with a